Hey everybody, it's Lana from 3E Energy Healing, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of live channeling today for you. I never know what's going to come through, and I do want to set a few ground rules before we begin. So when I channel, I restrict my communication to only the white light beings in the Christ consciousness. The Christ consciousness is a doorway that has been opened by Jesus here in the on the earthly plane, as well as other ascended masters who also have come down from the heavens and opened the door to Christ consciousness. So my work is done in that non-denominational Christ consciousness light that will only bring through beings that are associated with unconditional love and with service to others. So that's how I orient myself to connect to otherworldly beings. Now, in this process, I do connect not only to my own spirit guides, probably most often, but I have a lot of spirit guides. I have a lot of ancestors that are with me. I also connect, or have in the past connected, to extraterrestrials, mainly Pleiadians, sometimes Arcturian. So I'll do my best to identify who I'm speaking with, but in the end of the day, these messages are all working through the Christ consciousness and the frequency of unconditional love. So it doesn't really matter who these messages are coming from. So I will just, say what I'm getting. The other thing is, I know that some people don't believe in this, and if you're one of those people, just you can click off the video. I am only here to spread love and light. I am not here to participate in any negative energy exchange. So if you're wanting to participate in negative energy exchange, I respectfully ask you, please do not put that on my page. I don't want that, or in the comments. I don't want that vibration, and I respectfully ask you to just look elsewhere. If that is what you're searching for, I don't have that for you. The third thing is that I don't always agree or even understand or know a lot of what comes through me. So I do want to take a moment to say this is completely for entertainment purposes. I am not an expert in anything, and I may or may not agree with what is coming through me. My job is to be a clear channel, to express the downloads and the concepts that I am getting in the most pure way that I possibly can. But please use your own discernment and understand that all channels are filtering this through our own filter. So Spirit is going to use my language, my vocabulary, my words, and my points of reference to get the message across. If you are hearing a symbol that means something different to you than it means to me, please use your own interpretation. So those are my ground rules. Please be respectful. Please use your own judgment and discernment, and no negative vibes here. I will go ahead and get started and see what we get. I will come back on after I have grounded and centered myself and connected through the Christ white light consciousness, and when I begin channeling. Ektar speaking. I'm of the fourth density, the liminal space. You have declared communion with only beings of the light. However, in this fourth dimensional space, there is still both light and dark. There is still duality. I speak to you from this space because it is the most imperative thing to communicate to humanity, that each person within their heart must decipher the way through choice between light and dark. In these times today, we see darkness abounds. We see light in small flickerings. This channel has been struggling with choosing to remain in the light amidst all of the division all of the coercion by media forces who seek to control the vibration of humanity at this time. It is very easy to slip into the grasp of the darkness. It is on your consciousness and of only your responsibility individually to navigate your way through this jumble of frequencies such that you are keenly aware of the North Star, so to say, of the pinhole of light. As you draw closer, that light becomes larger and larger. As you move further away, the pinhole gets smaller and smaller, and the darkness can seem to surround you. The fourth dimension is a place where we are entering into collectively at this time. This was once known as across the veil, the liminal space, as I suggested earlier. This was once known as where ghosts, goblins, and ghouls reside. However, we are all residing here in the fourth dimension as part of our multidimensional soul. We all have the capability to understand, to visit, and to dwell within the fourth dimension. And we are here collectively as a humanity now. As you have heard many spiritual leaders, channelers, psychics, and the sort speak of, the fifth dimension is our next step on our path to multidimensional awareness. However, the fifth dimension is a place where duality plays a significantly smaller role in our reality and consciousness. We are smack dab in the middle of the transition through the fourth dimension, and it is time for humanity to grab a hold of the skill sets that it takes to move through this space toward the pinhole of light in the distance, and to not get wrapped up in the darkness that exists both in the third and fourth dimension. To do so, you must understand that you yourself are light. You yourself are light. The most magnificent vibration of creation is the light, because it is creation itself. And I want you individually to understand that being of the light is nothing more than a choice. A choice that has been given to you by your Creator. By your Creator. The ability to choose. The ability to have free will. Now, we recognize, knowing full well what it feels like to be in duality here from the fourth dimension, how difficult it can be to continuously choose the light when division and strong emotion like hate and anger are readily available to you here in the space that you exist today. It is this darkness that begins to crack in these days. And with each crack, light appears coming through it. Light appears to shine. Light appears to emanate. And it is with this imagery, with light emanating from cracks within the dark, that you can imagine your own body being covered with a filth and smut from wading in the pool of darkness. However, it takes but a crack to see that what is within is light emanating. We wish for you to continue to crack. We wish for the exterior to eventually be washed clean, such that there is no detritus, nothing obscuring your light. Now, when there is a crack in your darkness and you see the light emanating from within, that is a choice point. Do you grab more shit and patch it up? Patch up the crack, cover up the light? Or do you dig your fingers in and rip it open, exposing the light within? Now, it may be more painful to know that you have the prospect of conducting this surgery on yourself, grasping the inner corners of the crack in the darkness and cracking it even further. This may hurt, and you worry if you lose your shield, for the darkness is like armor, keeping us from the tender feelings of compassion, empathy, and love. We put on anger and hatred like a cloak that obscures the light, but a very strong and sturdy cloak that also protects us. Forgive yourself for this. This is natural. This is a beautiful way to learn. And this is something you are taught to do through all of the structures of society. You're taught to obscure your light. However, the time has come now to emanate. And it is in these times of division, in the larger public arena, that we wish to expose for you the opportunity to grow in love, to recharge your light. We wish for you to learn your choice in this matter. We wish for you to understand that nothing and no one has the ability to dim your light except for by your own free will. And it is in this concept of free will that we wish to elaborate. When the Creator created the creations, all of them, every single molecule, speck of dust, dirt, bug, human being, animal, emotion, feeling, vibration, all of it is frequency. All of it has been created by the One, in the image of itself. That image is unconditional love. What is the biggest gift that someone else can give you if you perceive that they have control over you? If you're in a mindset where you perceive something or someone else has control over you, like a parent, a teacher, a religious leader, etc., an authority figure of some sort, which we always, not always, but most of us attribute to a quote-unquote God, an authority figure, the final judgment. What is the biggest gift that anyone holding you in captivity can give you? It is freedom. It is the freedom to act, think, behave, and be in any vibration you wish. The only problem is that we think it is God that controls everything, but it is only us. And that reason for that is free will. The Creator has created us with free will, meaning the hands are cleared. The grasp is released. Once creation was set in motion with free will, the Creator's job is not to control. The Creator's job is to admire its creation. Now, in the absence of someone, something controlling you and holding dominion over you, you are only left with yourself. You are only left with the choices that you make to create in any desired manner that you wish. And it is this manner of creation, this knowledge that what you do create is yours and yours alone, that you must hook onto and understand in order to move forward differently. In order to move forward differently. And that is what we are being called to do at this time. We must move forward differently. Some people feel change is scary and put the brakes on that. Some people accept and go with the flow. Some people feel it matters what type of a change we need to make. And we say this to you all universally. The change required here is to move from darkness to light in every single possible way. The matter at hand is to increase the light on planet Earth, which has cosmic repercussions. Earth is an array. Earth is a vibration, and Earth beings carry that vibration. Earth beings with the ability to create are powerful. Please understand what you create. Please consider what you create. And in moments of choice points that you recognize, we are asking to create within the light. Creating more darkness will only serve to dim humanity as a whole, because you are part of humanity. You are part of the collective, and you are part of creation. Without you, creation would not be complete. Creation would not be complete. You, your soul, sings a particular soul note that only you contain. That note can be tuned as finely as you wish, or as horribly as you wish. Every soul note sung out of tune creates dissonance in the symphony of creation. Every soul note sung in tune lifts the others to it. Therefore, it is essential for you to tune your instrument. The only way is through the light. The only way to tune your instrument is through the light. Now, though we have said there is only one way, the light is again a free will choice. And there are infinite ways to expand the light. Tuning your instrument to some may be exercising, creating a body that is well tuned and healthy. Every organ also has a note. Every organ and cell create the vibration that you are broadcasting. For some people, drinking more water is what's needed to tune. But many adjustments are needed for most. And the most required at this time adjustment on Earth is simply to widen the gaps in the cracks of the outer shell, revealing more light. Every minuscule, tiny degree that you can create more light coming through you is beneficial to all of humanity. To all of humanity. And therefore, we want to underscore the concept that you are part of a larger whole. You are part of not only a myopic view of who you impact in your daily affairs, but a larger view of the fact that you impact all of creation. Excuse me. You are not alone. You do not act alone. Even your thoughts are vibrations that you broadcast in an array, which then become part of the larger array of Earth, which then becomes part of the larger array of the solar system, the galaxy, and the universe. And don't get us started on the multiverse. You are important. You are needed, required, and loved beyond measure. I want you to connect to my heart. And when I say my heart, I'm saying the highest vibration that you possibly know. The highest bit of joy, laughter, happiness, love that you have ever experienced. Reach it now. Recall it now. Bring it forth. Everybody's level of vibration of what they have experienced, of their highest level of joy, is different. And that is what makes the beautiful symphony. Now let's go to the next higher octave. The same key, the same note, but one octave higher. You can reach it. You can get there. Do it now. This is your new set point. This is your new modus operandi. This is now your new reference point. The higher octave of your highest ever emotion. Part of bringing more light into the world includes having more experiences in this highest vibration. Enjoying a better balance of peace. A better balance of love and light in the life. Wouldn't we all love more light? Wouldn't we all love more love? It takes you to focus on this vibration inwardly, internally, to move through the endless, infinite options of octaves of the highest joy. Joy beyond any experience you have ever had in this human body with your sensory perception. The more we practice moving into a space of joy and love, the higher the octave we can internally, personally reach, the higher the octave the human race reaches, and the more practice we each get at removing what occludes our light. Spending more time in joy, in love, and bringing this out into the world is exactly what we need at this time. This will aid our journey of ascension into the next realm and beyond. We thank you dearly for the opportunity to give you this message. We want to ask you to please revisit this highest octave of love and joy and peace and light frequently, daily. Build a practice. Maybe it's 3 breaths. Maybe it's 30 breaths. Maybe it's 3 minutes or 30 minutes of breath and quiet contemplation, centering yourself and a recall of the joy that you have experienced in life. Let it be as simple as you want it to be. Because each person who does this and rises above the most challenging aspects of duality on a more regular basis, the more common and the easier it will be to rise above and leave behind negative vibrations, negative events, entities, and the constant pressure that duality exudes on our souls. There is a space of freedom and joy, and that space resides within. That space is ever burning light, a light that will never fade, never fail, that will always burn brighter and brighter and brighter. That space within that contains love. This is the Christ consciousness vibration that we all have the opportunity to experience. How you choose to experience this is up to you. There is no true path except for within, the one that you feel is best for you. We simply offer suggestions and a request to build a practice of your own choosing to find the highest octave. There is no limit to how high you can go. We once again thank you from our heart's space to yours. We once again remind you that it is only within you individually, that responsibility of free will that you have been given by the Creator to choose your own vibration. We want you to recognize that you are not alone, that this intrinsic light dwells within us all. It dwells within all that has been created, whether conscious and aware or not. And we ask you to find it within you, to connect from the heart space that you have carved out and created and been made aware of, using this as the way to connect with others. In moments of challenge, when duality, hate, anger, and darkness seem to be closing in, know that the light within you can and will never be extinguished. It can't be. That is what you are made of. Despite the fact that you have the free will to occlude that light at your leisure, at your insistence, and at your choice. We want you to understand that you also have the choice to undo that at any time, instantly, at the speed of light and faster, at quantum speed. The choice goes both ways, you see. And so it is here that we will end our transmission, thanking you and all who listen. Please, take heed. Humanity as a whole is at a choice point. This choice point is reflected squarely within your being. We thank you. Okay, they tattled on me. They said I've been struggling with light and dark, but with the recent climate, especially the political climate here in the United States, staying above the fray and choosing love and light can be sometimes challenging for us all. And so I really, really appreciate this reminder. That message was much needed, not only for myself, but I hope it also reached a few of you. And I hope that you take it with discernment. And I offer you peace and love and gratitude for being here with me. Thank you so much. I'm asking you to hit the like button, subscribe, and share if this is relevant to you or your friend group. Share if you think you know somebody who would like it. I would appreciate that. Thank you so much.